Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, click on the notifications and like the videos here on YouTube. Also remember to check out the playlist for more videos to do with cosmetic surgery. Hi there, today I am talking to a lady called Alexandra and she is a massage therapist. Hi there, thank you for joining me. Just tell me a little bit about yourself and your business that you have there.
Good morning. My name is Alessandra Gallo, and I'm a licensed massage therapist and a certified lymphedema therapist here in Texas. My origins are Italians, but I moved here with my husband many years ago. I own Revitalymph Massage and Wellness. I actually opened not long ago, and I've begun working with post-op patients in September. I took a 135-hour certification in complete decongestive therapy, and that gave me an extensive training in complete decongestive therapy as a whole. That includes extensive anatomy of the lymphatic system, manual lymphatic drainage, of course, and then compression. Compression, that is bandages for the complete decongestive therapy, but also garments and foams. So I know foams and I know how to use them to apply them to the post-op world.
That's brilliant. So so you said you're quite new. You've just started the business. Yeah. Are you working by yourself then, I take it?
I am working by myself, yes.
That's great. So so you're based in Texas, yeah?
I am based in Cypress, Texas. It's northwest of Houston. Yes.
Okay. And is it that clients need to come to you, or do you offer any kind of mobile service?
So preferably, I'd like the client to come to me because I have a nice setup in my office, but I will go to the client and do mobile if needed for a surcharge, of course, because, you know, you lose time going back and forth. So yeah,
that's
but
brilliant.
I will do it if needed, yes.
So the type of massage that we was going to kind of focus on today is, you know, when people have had their surgeries done, the lymphatic drainage massages. Could you just tell us a little bit about that, why it's beneficial to people that have had surgery?
So for people who have had plastic surgery, the manual lymphatic drainage is useful because it can speed up the recovery. The technique that we use is a very light skin stretching technique that is composed of, we have many different strokes, but every stroke is composed of two phases. There's a first phase that is perpendicular to the direction in which the lymphatic vessel run. And the first phase is meant to open the lymphatic vessels so that the interstitial fluid can enter the lymphatic system. And then the second part of the stroke is directional. And that means that we can move the lymph where it needs to go, or we want it to go, if where it needs to go is blocked. This is how we apply it also to the lymphedema world. So it can speed up the recovery, it can reduce the swelling, it can prevent fibrosis, because of course, the less you allow the fluid to accumulate, the less likely it is that the tissue changes. And of course, it can better the aesthetic results.
Good. Okay. So just tell me, what surgeries would this be useful for or used for, or what's your most common types of surgeries?
Yes, I have seen mummy makeovers. I've seen tummy tucks. I've seen lipo. I've seen breast augmentation. I've seen any kind of surgery, really. Also BBLs. I haven't seen that many, but yeah, I'm starting to see it. The manual lymphatic drainage is mostly useful when there's liposuction involved, because that's the area where we can immediately see the effect. So
That's
whenever
good.
there's liposuction, it's a very good idea to have your massages.
Yeah, that's great. So when you're doing this practice, when are you recommending that clients would start this procedure with you? At what stage after recovery?
Okay, that is a really good question, and it is a question that is better directed to the surgeon, because I let
Mm,
the surgeon decide when they think it's the best time
mm,
for the client to start a massage. My clients normally come in around day 5, and that's when we can start with just the manual lymphatic drainage and some lymphatic cupping. I don't know if you're familiar with lymphatic cupping. Um, we
mm,
use um, we use silicone cups. This is what they look like.
okay.
There's different sizes, and what it does, it mimics what manual lymphatic drainage does, but the technique is kind of reversed because it uses negative pressure instead of the very light pressure that the strokes use. So
Mm,
it's just reversed, but it's very useful to open up and prevent adhesions. So
mm,
that's another thing that we can do very early. And then as time goes by, we can do other things. We can use hot stones to warm up the tissue before we actually do anything. We can do some myofascial release to
okay.
help break up adhesions and to give more space to the tissues so that the client can actually turn around more easily and be less
Mm,
stiff in their everyday
yeah.
movements. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
okay.
we can also use vibration as a complement to the manual lymphatic drainage.
Good, good. So just tell me, say someone was, delayed in having this done. So maybe they're 6 months post-op. In your opinion, do you see any benefit to having the massages done at that late stage, or would it just be too late by then?
So if there is still swelling, it is definitely useful to do
Okay.
manual lymphatic drainage. If there isn't any swelling and it's just like an aesthetic defect, or some lumps and bumps that are hard to
Yeah.
break,
Mm,
because it's been a long time or the compression wasn't the right one. At
yeah.
that point, it's probably more convenient, money wise, to go for a revision, because it would
Mm,
take so many sessions to get to
yeah.
the same results that at a certain point, the
Okay.
client needs to make a
So,
decision and see what's more convenient.
so it's kind of probably just best to kind of do these sessions at the beginning rather than kind of waiting around for it, really.
That that would be ideal. If the
Mm,
sessions are done at the very beginning, it's really ideal because everything
mm,
speeds up faster and the results are amazing.
that's great.
Just to let you know, my clients on
Mm,
average, they are good to go after 4 to 6 sessions, depending on what they
okay.
have done and when they come in.
That's good. So
I
just tell me as
am.
well, would you expect there to be like any pain or anything when your clients are having this done? Would anyone be in any sort of intense pain?
Actually, it's the opposite. Manual lymphatic drainage is very light and soothing, and it's supposed to be analgesic instead of painful
Okay.
when done properly, of course. Um, if your therapist knows what they're doing, you're gonna feel
Mm,
better mid session, and by the end of the session, definitely you're gonna have your range of motion improved, and your pain level is gonna subside.
yeah,
So it's
that's
not
good.
supposed to be painful at all.
Brilliant. That's great. Just a last question for you here. So, how many, well, not even how many sessions, but what sort of price would a client expect to pay with you?
You say how much or when?
Yeah, how much would they expect to pay for the like a block of sessions?
So yes, so I offer many different opportunities for the clients. The first one is to pay session by session, and for a 50-minute session, I charge $110, and I charge 160 for an 18-minute session. So the client can pay as they go, session by session, or they can buy a series, and those of course are discounted. For example, the 4-session series is $410 instead of $440.
Okay.
So
That's
there's a little bit of savings, but
Yeah,
of course
right
it
there.
requires prepayment. So yeah.
Yeah. That's brilliant, Alexandra. Thank you so much. I'm going to put your contact details in the comments of the video below, so anyone that wants to use you, they can get in contact with you that way. Is that okay?
That's perfect, and I thank you very much for the opportunity. Great work.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.